Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hit Zone with your hosts, J Hits and C Rob. Sit back, grab yourself a drink, and let's talk sports.
Hello, everyone. It's your boy J Hits,
And I'm C Rob.
and together we're the Hit Zone. We're just two homeboys talking sports. Yo, C Rob, what's going on, my guy? What's been up?
Oh man, it's been a heck of a week, man. Just thinking back, man, it was a week ago we did our first live show. Um, I thought it was pretty dope. Um, man, I'm just real excited, man. I mean, I feel like everything went so great that we want to, try doing it again. Let's see how it goes this week.
No doubt about it, man. Um, Before I let you get into what you're thinking, though, I gotta ask you, bro. What are you drinking?
Bro, I drinks only the official drink of the Hit Zone, and you know this, man.
You know this, man. It's always delicious.
Mhm.
There's been a lot going on this week, man. As far as football related, sports related, and not all sports related. As far
Nah,
as Dallas Fort Worth is concerned.
bro. Bro, you just said a little bit, man. Look, what we just went through these last few days, man, this is almost biblical. We were going through a drought here in North Texas. It was a severe drought. It's hottest summer on record, driest August ever. And we like went from being the driest ever to like number one, wettest August of all time, man. Like it was crazy, bro. It was amazing. How'd you do over there on your side of town?
Well, I was coming home at when it started the flood. So, man, it was pretty scary. I saw a couple of cars wash off the road. But hey, I made it safe, bro. That was the key.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely glad about that. But yo, bringing it back to sports, man. Did you see this?
I
This
saw
is
that.
SMU Stadium in Highland Park, University Park.
I saw that. I saw that. That was pretty crazy right there, bro.
Yeah, it was a few kids running some 40s out there in the rain too. That looked pretty cool.
Well, hey, I hope everybody was safe and doing fine, man. And hopefully wasn't too much damage caused to properties and cars and things of that sort, man. But our prayers goes out to anyone that was affected by the floods in the Dallas Fort Worth area.
Yes, sir.
See, Rob, I got a question for you, man.
All right, what you got, His?
We live in Dallas Fort Worth, no doubt, man. You know, in this area, we're Dallas Cowboys, no doubt. That's Dallas Cowboys are king. But I got a question. What is the other fan base that dominates the Dallas Fort Worth area? In my opinion, it's the Saints, man. Because I can go to a sports bar, bombshells, any of these daiquiri shops, and you're gonna run into a whole bunch of Saints fans watching the games. What's your opinion on that?
Hey man, I don't know if they're the number two team in the Metroplex, but they definitely the loudest. They make their voices known. They're not the loudest. They're the second loudest here in the Metroplex. I gotta say, man, I think you're probably going to the wrong bars. Is everyone you go to is full of Saints fans. You know, the ones I go to is Cowboys Nation. But if I do go to a daiquiri shop on a Sunday afternoon, yeah, for sure. They up in there and they deep and they definitely are representing in the NFL. You know, Jerry said he don't want a second team in Dallas. He really already got one.
He got one, pretty much. But with that being said, man, I'm sure we have Saint fans that probably join our show and watch us somewhat. And we talk Cowboys. But hey, man, we got a special treat for them tonight, bro.
Tell the people what we got for them, man. Tell the people what we got.
Man, we have a fellow podcaster, man. From the Keeping It Real, Who That Sports podcast, we got our boy, Dolph 17, and also Coach Rob is joining the show today.
What's up with it, fellas? What's going on, baby? What's up, C Rob?
What up, dog? Man,
What's
thanks
up,
for joining
baby?
us, bro.
Man,
Appreciate
y'all, we family, man. You know I'm here anytime y'all need me, man. Jay Hits, what's happening, baby?
What's going on, Dolph 17? What's good, man?
Man, not much, man. Just ready for the season, man. Just hoping the Saints and the boys can make it to the first week, man, healthy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing, especially with this last preseason game coming up. The last thing you want is like any significant injuries, you know. But hey, man, right now, it's up in the air whether our starters go play or not. It's the last preseason game. I don't need to see them till September 11th, man. I mean, college basically, they just start playing. They don't have a preseason, so you know. So what's going on, man? I mean, I keep my eyes on the boys too for all your listeners. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely, Cowboys are my second team. I said it. You know what I'm saying? But when they're between them lines, you already know. The line is drawn in the sand. You know what I'm saying? And like C. Rob said, man, like you said, man, there's really a lot of Saints fans here in the DFW. But what's kind of funny, man, is like growing up and everything at home, man. Like the majority of my friends, man, you know what I'm saying? We was Cowboys. But they was all the way Cowboys because the Saints sucked. You know, some of them trying to jump on the bandwagon when the Saints got good, but I had to kick them off, if you can't ride through the bad times, you damn sure ain't about to ride through the good times. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Man, we ain't got no time for that, man. But look at here, man. Let me just say this, my brother. Man, I'm proud of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all doing it live, man. I like y'all intro. See, Rob got to holler at you too, bro. I'm loving his intro, man. You got to do something for your boy, bro. You know what I'm saying? But man, look at here, man. I'm just it's an honor to be here, man. And anytime y'all need me to come through, me and Coach, man, hey, we here. Coach running a little late, but he definitely coming through, man.
No doubt about it. I just got a couple of questions for you, Dolph.
Yeah.
Your quarterback situation, man. What's up with that? Who's the starter? What y'all looking at the QB position, man?
The starter is Jameis Winston, man. He's been back to practice the last 2 days. He's looking sharp these last, especially yesterday. He's looking real good. Andy Dalton, of course, is the backup. There's no more Taysom Hill experiment as a quarterback. Right now he's back to being that slash player, man. Tight end, H-back, special teams. He'll still be in there on occasion with the running his quarterback power and everything like that, man. But right now, man, it's no contest. It's Jameis, man. He's trying to play Friday, but I don't think coach is leaning that way, man.
Hey, I'm looking at our chat, man. We got M. Ortiz. He said Winston's gonna pull a toe.
I hear you, Ortiz. Hey, he might, bro. You know what I'm saying? As long as he pull that toe and put it up the Falcons' ass, I don't care.
Shout out to M. Ortiz, man. Appreciate you joining the show, baby. You got a few more.
Katrina, Alamo, Don, Rick, made Texas for Louisiana. Say, Mr. Ortiz, I laugh and I joke and everything, brother. But on the serious tip, that Katrina stuff, bro, I don't play about that, bro, because we lost people that were close to us. Babies died and everything. Now, see, you kind of touched the nerve with that. The Alamo Dome, Ricky Williams, I'm cool with. But that right there, see, I'm going to respect my brothers right now. I'm going to be emotional, bro, because I hate when people do that and bring that up like it's so nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? But if you had loved ones that you lost, you know what I'm saying? It'll feel different to you. Babies died. You understand? People had to watch, literally, mothers had to choose. A mother had to choose between two of her kids, man. which one to hold on to and which one to let go. You know, this is football, bro. We can laugh, we can have fun all day, Mr. Ortiz. But with all due respect, my brother, don't go there because that about real life. That's all I got to say on that. But as far as the Alamo Don Ricky Williams, hey, my brother, I feel you, you know. Like I said, I ain't come on here to disrespect. I never do that. This is my family, you know. But if that's what you about, you know what I'm saying? That's what you about. But I ain't about that. So you can miss me with that. And I'm sure you're an educated man, and you can come back with a better comment than that. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Who else in the chat talking with common sense?
Yeah, man, that was kind of a little insensitive, man. I apologize to you, Dog.
Nah, man, hold on, fam. Y'all don't hold me no apologize. That was on that man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I mean, it's like, you know, like what happened. You know, this tragedy just happened with the local U coach, man. Sometimes, bro, you know, it gets like you know, sometimes, you know, people just take, you can't even bring your kids to a youth football game. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, Mr. Ortiz, I got you, my brother. If
he was cleaning up. He was saying he would like, yeah, that was the reason.
Yeah, if I took it wrong, my brother, I apologize, my brother. That's just a real sensitive subject right there, my brother.
Yeah, it's a quick reaction. It's a trigger.
Yeah, you know, and it's nah, bro, it's like right now, bro, that shit hurts. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I think on the positive, I think he was looking at there were a lot of people from Louisiana that ended up in Texas. Right?
Oh yeah,
and
most definitely, man.
But not
most
only
definitely.
that, there were a lot of Texans that opened their hearts up to people that came too.
Oh man, it was it was nothing but love, bro.
It was all like
I had family here.
It was family.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, man. It was family, man. You know, people open up their hearts, their homes. You know, yeah, my man, I did, my man, and I apologize for that. You know, I'm a man, bro. I can apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my brother, like, man, you know, Texas, this home, bro. I've been here over 15 years, bro. I got 2 homes. You know what I'm saying? You know, I only rock with 2 teams, you know. So
that's why y'all so deep. Like,
man,
I've gone to games, the Saints versus the Cowboys. I've gone at that stadium, and it's probably about 60-40. And y'all are as loud, y'all's 40 are as loud as our 60.
Man, I mean, it's just, man, you know what it is, man. Here, like you got the Mavericks, you got the boys. You got the Stars, you got the Rangers, you got the Longhorns. You know, at home, man, we got Saints, we got LSU. You know what I'm saying? We got the City College Tulane, but you know, they've been struggling for years. You know, but it's just when you come to Texas, man. You know, being from New Orleans, Brian, and when I came up here, you know what I'm saying? I'm basically, man, it was like a new world opened up almost. When I say that, and what I'm saying is, it was like for some of us, not all of us, because everybody from New Orleans ain't gonna agree with me when I say this. You know what I'm saying? Like when you were from New Orleans, let me speak where I was from, my area where I grew up. That's all you knew. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't go to college or go on a trip or something to realize there's a whole big world, a whole another part of this country that's out there. You know what I'm saying? And more opportunities are here for people when they can, you know, and especially after that stone, bro. I mean, just think about it, bro. When you done lost everything, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I say everything, I mean everything. All you got is the clothes on your back. There's no home to go back to. You know what I'm saying? There's no record of you being born. You know, everything is lost. You know, and like you said, man, when you can't, a lot of my fellow New Orleanians came here to Texas. Man, especially the Dallas Fort Worth, man, they opened up their hearts to us. You know what I'm saying? And man, look at here, a lot of people, they family, man. I got some of the closest people to me in my life. You know what I'm saying? They from right here, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we love to get our little argument on. You know what I'm saying? You know,
what makes the Saints and the New Orleans Saints unique is, you know, most teams, if they have one team, it's usually basketball.
Right.
Most cities don't have one team and it's football.
Right.
You know, that's to me, I can see why their fan base is so passionate. It's so because it's like I say, it's a one sport city, and that sport happens to be football, which is the most popular sport in the United States. It's football. So
and
it's a
like Green Bay.
Like Green Bay, exactly.
Yeah. And it's like, it's like this too. Basketball, I mean, the Hornets / Pelicans, man,
I forget about the Pelicans. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they came in like 2003. I think they came in like 2003 or something like that.
I think they used to have the Jazz, but they
moved to Utah and let them take that name, which is crazy.
There's no attachment to that team.
Well, now it is. It's been growing over the years, man. And like, I don't know if you noticed when Kendrick Perkins opened his mouth and said that asinine statement he made during the season, but the Pelicans need to move because New Orleans is just a sank city. They'll never support the team. I guess he was still in his feelings because they didn't re-sign his two rebounds, 1 point a game, garbage, overrated, carry on, like you said, carry on, but the whole city got after that boy. And then, when them boys start winning, you want to flip the script, Nah, man, keep that same energy. But that's what it is, man. It's taking them a while, you know what I'm saying? Like when they had, look, we done had Chris Paul came through. We done had Anthony Davis. Now we got Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, CJ McCollum. Right now it's a young, it's a young, scary team right now, man. They got a young, hungry coach, man, that can relate to his players. The GM, the vice president of basketball operation finally got out the way and let his GM and assistant GM, do their job, man. And right now, man, everything's looking good, man. The city's ready, man. They just announced yesterday that Zion will be playing in the season opener against the Nets and Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons. So yeah, man, that gonna be a nice game, man.
Just to recap real quick.
Hold on. I do want to make sure we acknowledge that was August 23rd, 2005, right? August 2005, Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, sir.
So that was August 23rd. This is August 24th. So it makes damn good sense for our man Dolph to link that and think it's hey. You had the forum, like you said, we family. When that happened, that's why this rivalry is what it is because it's like we're brothers. We're right next to each other. We grew up together.
Exactly.
We grew up together. Y'all come hang with us. We'll come hang with y'all.
Right.
And that's why the rivalry is what it is. Like, man, we clown hard on Saints fans. We do, but that's what they are. That's our neighbor, and we'll go kick it with them, and then they'll come kick it with us. Like it's
they the little brother. They the little brother.
Y'all got 4, we got 1. We working on 2.
But they the little brother. They older, but they little.
Well, just to recap the show for those who just joined us, man. We have Dolph 17 from the Keeping It Real Who That podcast joining us today. Just talking a little Saints football. But not only Saints football, Dolph, we kind of just want to discuss a little NFL with you, man.
All right.
I know you got to go in a minute. So
I got a little time.
Okay, for a few minutes, we just want to discuss
no
few NFL headlines with you.
So we saw on Twitter and whatnot, AB is like, yo, Cowboys, I'm ready. Just let me know because our receivers are dropping like flies, man.
Right.
So of course, Jerry, smartest thing Jerry's done this offseason is say no to this, man. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
Kudos to Jerry, man. Why? He went through it with he done dealt with a circus with T.O. and this dude here, man, very talented brother. But man, he just be on some more, some more BS sometimes, bro. I think a lot of people talking about mental health with him and stuff. He's a smart man. He knows what he's doing, man. You know what I'm saying? And talent, man. If you talented, man, the NFL is gonna give you a chance. You know what I'm saying? But how many times will you burn the bridges, man? I mean, you actually did something nobody saw, man. You took off your uniform, your pad, everything on the sideline, jogged off the field doing jumping jacks, man. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? And like I'm sure like you say, he had this reason and stuff they weren't saying, but there was a better way to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you got kids looking, man, that a lot of kids that look up to Antonio Brown. Why? Because he's one of the best wide receivers, man. I think they ever to play in the National Football League. There's no denying his skill set. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the Cowboys, man, I mean, there are other alternatives, man. I'm trying to figure out why not Will Fuller. I know Will Fuller's still out there. He's a field stretcher. But the thing is with Will Fuller, injuries, man. So maybe that's what's scaring the Cowboys off, man. But right now, like you're saying, everybody falling like flies, man. But let me ask y'all this, man. I know Turbin, man, on the on special teams, man, pretty much is locked up a spot. With the receivers dropping like they dropping, man, do y'all see them using him more? Trying to get the ball in his hand? Because I mean, every time the kid touches the ball, man, it's like he's electric.
I'll let you take that, his.
Yeah, man. As a matter of fact, we have a section of talking about Turpin, man.
Okay.
But just to touch on Turpin, man, I remember him back at TCU when he used to play our Texas Longhorns, and I just remember that number 25, man. Like, who is this number 25 that we cannot get a hit on?
Too little.
yeah. He got that skirt. That's what I call it. That skirt. And he's up in that hole and he's gone, man. And what I like about him, man, is he's fearless, man. He's small, but he's fearless. What I worry about him with the Cowboys is they try to put weight on him and try to make him something that he's not. It's like if you remember Felix Jones back in the day.
Right.
Felix was a great return man when he was small. Right. And he was able to hit it, and he was fast, and he was quick, and he was a good return man.
Kind of like Tony Cowboys,
but the Cowboys said, let's put some weight on Felix.
Yeah.
When he started bucking up, he was looking like a little bowling ball. He was never the same. So I hope that they just keep him the way he is, and let's let him grow from there, man. And let him be 150-pound assassin. Let's do it like that.
Oh yeah, I agree. Cool. I mean, he threw Tom Brady on the butt, man. Let you stay in his house. Like,
bro, if you come in the house, we family, right?
Yeah, man. What more? Come on, man. That's almost. That's like when Jerry had to send security with Pac-Man everywhere he went, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Come on, man. I mean, you actually was under this man's roof for this man to open up his home to you around his family, and then,
But now he was wrong to throw him under the bus. We all agree on that.
Right.
But now, what he said wrong though, because has any player ever been allowed to say, "Hey man, I'm gonna miss 2 weeks of training camp and I'll be back. It's free playing. Don't find me."
Oh yeah,
like, who getting away with that?
What his name? Patrick Elwood Brady, however they say it on ESPN. That's who get away with it, man. Hey, 7 rings, running the franchise, and like everybody want to say, Bruce Arians stepped down. Bruce Arians stepped down because Tom Brady ain't want him as coach.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Tom Brady did what Kevin Durant was trying to do.
Right. He just got more cachet right now, in the league, man. But yeah, man. But man, I mean, right now, man, I know Gallup's running routes and stuff, right? Is he doing 7-on-7 yet?
Yeah, he's running routes, but the word is this dude is still limping, dude.
But
like
there was a report right before we got on the show that Jerry Jones said the report said Jerry Jones hopes Gallup can avoid, or not didn't say expect Gallup to avoid the puck list.
Okay, well that's good news. I just hope they don't rush him back. Yeah, that's the thing though. I just hope they don't rush him back too soon. You know what I'm saying? I hope he don't come back too soon. Feeling the pressure to come back. You know, but I think CD and the youngster Tolbert, man. You know, I think
You like Tolbert?
yeah, I like the young. You think he's gonna be good, man.
Okay.
I think he's gonna be good. I mean, he showed flashes against the Chargers the other night, and I really haven't heard anything bad about him coming out of camp, man. You know, what's your
You
thoughts
know,
on him? How you feeling about him?
all you hear about Tolbert is he's solid. Like you don't hear
Right,
it like, oh, he's solid. He made a good contested catch, but
right,
you don't hear anybody say, man, Tolbert burnt somebody, or Tolbert shook somebody and they fell down. Like
right.
he
But
just seems solid.
that's
And
what
hey,
you want. You
if
got your number one, right?
if CD is who we
That's what
think
I'm
he
saying.
is,
And
then
you have a
solid.
solid
Cool.
number two
Mm-hmm.
until Gallup's ready, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
And I
saying?
agree
And
with you. I agree with you about Gallup.
yeah,
They
man.
like don't rush,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Don't rush that kid, man. Just let him. I mean, y'all, we re-signed. You re-signed him to the big contract. Get him 100% and get him back on the field. You know, it's like right now. You know, Mike Thomas. You know, he got a little slight, I guess, a little hamstring, nothing significant. You know, he ain't playing a while, so he tight. So they setting him out. You know what I'm saying? But you got some of my family members in the Who That Nation, man, just losing their mind, man. You
Yeah.
know, like it's preseason, dude. Why you want to see him in preseason in a game that don't matter? You know what I'm saying? I
It's
don't understand that, man.
it's what they call that PTSD. You're like, oh shit, he hurt again. That's
Yeah,
all they hear. All
yeah,
they
that's
hear is
that's all they. Man, some of these people was mad because the man wasn't participating in OTAs and minicamp. They were losing their mind then, you know. And like I told them before on the show, like I told my family members, like, look, it's preseason. We're not gonna get too high and we're not gonna get too low, man. We gonna take it for what it is. We're trying to build up the bottom of this roster, top to middle. I think the Saints are one of the most talented teams in the league. They're the bottom of the roster is going to be shook up this weekend with all the cuts that's coming up. Um, so like a lot of kids that on this are gonna be fighting for their football life, not just with us. I mean, because you got to look at it this week. You might you might not make the Saints and they might not make the Cowboys, but hey, it's 30 other teams out there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you got to
Exactly.
put good tape out there, man. You know, go out there and put your best foot forward. I mean, there's some undrafted free agents that actually have a chance to make this team. If they clear waivers, I know they'll like to put them on the practice squad. One guy I know y'all familiar with that all the fan base is loving and want to see is Abram Smith from Baylor, the young running back, man. We
Mm-hmm.
were able to get him in free agent. Why he wasn't drafted, I had no idea. But right now, man, it's looking like he might be the full running back, but really it's looking like probably the practice squad. And I know they could protect. You could protect full players. So I'm
Hey, dog.
figuring he might be one of the players that they protect.
Hey, dog.
Yes, sir.
Who's standing out in camp? Like
Oh man,
not at the bottom of the roster, but somebody that's maybe
man.
hadn't had a breakout season yet, but they in camp and practice
Um,
they're looking like they might be a start.
well, one thing is we drafted a future star, man, at wide receiver. Y'all, I
Oh yeah.
mean, y'all go
He's a
that
beast.
kid. I saw him in person. He's just smooth, bro. He's the real deal,
Chris
man. Chris
Olave.
Olave, yeah, Chris Olave, bro. He's gonna be that dude. Our other first round pick, Trevor Penny, Northern Iowa, massive. When it comes to run blocking, right now, he's killing things.
What
He's
college did
he's
he go to?
he came from Northern Iowa. You know,
Iowa.
he's
Okay.
just nasty, man. So the
He
main thing
got
they've been working
suspended
with
from
him.
practice, right?
Yeah, he got in 2 fights and Dennis kicked him out of practice. You know,
I like
two
that
I
back
like
to
about
that.
Chris
back,
Olave.
That's nasty. I love
yeah,
it.
he nasty, bro. Because
Yeah.
he don't play after the whistle. He plays through the whistle, and a lot of players not used to that. You know what I'm saying? And so he's been working on his technique, his pass blocking. The first game, his first professional game, it was a little struggle for him. You know what I'm saying? But he got better. And this past week, we had joint practices with the Packers before we played them this past Friday, and man, he acquitted himself well. You know, he's getting better, and as a rookie, that's what you want to see. You want to see progress from him. You know, if he was going in the opposite way, we'll be, you know, there'll be a problems. So he's looked good, man. There's our second year cornerback. He's been MVP of the camp, man. Paulson Adebo, number 29. Paulson Adebo has been, man, he's been the star of the camp, man. I mean, the kid's just growing, man, from leaps and bounds from last year. Toward the end of the season, he started getting better and better, and he's just picked off where he's left off. Man, your boy, man, your ex-Texas Longhorn, man. He entered this season on the bubble, but right now Malcolm Roach is actually pushing Shy Tuttle for the starting defensive tackle next to David Onyemata. And of course, man, you got the Honey Badger, man. You know what I'm saying? He's just an impact, man. You know, Tyron's just a leader, bro, and he's just a hell of a football player. You know,
let me just recap real quick. Hey, yes, sir. For those that just joining us, man, we're joined today by our fellow podcaster, the host of Keeping It Real Sports Podcast, Dow 17. We're just discussing NFL football right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me ask y'all this, man. I saw I don't know if y'all can put it up right quick, man, but there's a list of the quarterback rankings for 2022. And it's an interesting list, man. You know what I'm saying? It's an interesting list. You know.
What made it interesting?
Man,
I gotta hear this.
It's just like a lot is how they got these quarterbacks ranks, man.
Where's Dak on that list? That's what
I ain't get. I think Dak is like he somewhere in top 10 or 12 to 10, between 12 somewhere in there. You know what I'm saying? I did like I said.
He's on this where he's like 15 and 17. I'm like, come on,
man. I saw like the list that came out like early this summer. I mean, listen. I understand people who don't follow the Saints. I understand, you know, they follow Stephen A. and those clowns at ESPN who all they want to talk about is 2019. But when you make a list and you put Zach Wilson and Daniel Jones ahead of Jameis Winston, man, that's just downright disrespectful, man. I mean, the kid played 7 games last year, 14 touchdowns, 3 intercepts. I mean, it's crazy, man. Hey, man, that go my co-host right there, the legendary Coach Rock. He said the list dead wrong.
List to just people just trying to get clicks, man. Hey,
you took it. They're trying
to
get
that. Yeah, we get it. Hey, that's why there's always a Cowboys story every day, man. But right. There's something else going on too, man. We had a star linebacker in Chicago requesting the trade. And speaking of lists, there's a list of the top landing spots.
Right.
What's your thoughts on that?
I just heard. I see the call. He got the Cowboys, Dolphins, Patriots, and Ravens. But I just read the other day, man, when he said he was gonna play. You know what I'm saying? That he's ready to play out the season. You know. But that right there, that was from the day. That was from the day that list. Yeah. Well, like I say, I just read. I believe it was yesterday, family. When he said that he's gonna play it out. You know what I'm saying? He's not looking to be traded. You know?
Look, let's say this. Everybody's saying a lot of things right about now because the season's about to start.
Right.
So, you know, sometimes people will say things in public, but still in the background, there's still people looking at them.
Right. Because a lot of our family members want us to go after them also. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off, bro. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Go after who?
Like a lot of our family members, they want the Saints to try to go out and get Roquan too. But the thing is, you know, first of all, wherever he goes, he has to want to go. Second, he's gonna want a new contract. Third, what's the compensation you're gonna have to give up to get him?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're looking at on the somewhere low end 15 and probably about $20 billion signed
Right.
him. And like you said, what's the draft compensation? What's your thoughts?
As far as
Roquan.
Roquan, go back to that list. Go back to the list. What a list. Here you go. Hold on. We clicking at the same time.
Yeah, you do it.
Okay. Okay, with this list, the
Uh-huh.
Ravens, the Broncos, the Patriots, the Dolphins, and the Cowboys. Out of those 5 teams, I could say that they're each team defense is decent. They're okay. Which team can Raekwon Smith go to will make their defense a dominant defense out of those 5?
The Ravens. They already loaded, bro. Denver. Do the Cowboys really need them, bro? They got Sam Smith. You got Parsons, man. I mean,
that's why I say
we got linebackers.
You answered the question, dog. You answered the question.
Yeah.
You said, do the Cowboys really need him? So if we get him, that's going to put us over the top, right?
Yeah, man.
That's my opinion,
man. But like I said, who they go want? You know what I'm saying? I know they can't get receivers because all the receivers hurt. You know, so what they go want? You know who they go Tony Pollard in the high draft pick? I mean,
no, man. But I think we know the Cowboys are not going to give away a first round pick for a linebacker.
Oh no, that's not gonna happen, man. I don't think any team's gonna give a first round for him. It might get a third. Be lucky to get a 2.
Linebacker's not a premium position.
Nah, it's not, man. You know, because
No,
like right now
I'm
we got
paying
like
$20 million.
yeah, we got 2 veterans. We got we just signed last week John Bostic, and we got Eric Wilson. And right now those 2 especially Eric Wilson, he's been with us all summer, man. He's looking like because our second year linebacker from Ohio State, Pete Werner, he's been out with a growing injury. So right now it's looking like Eric Wilson might be starting next to All-Pro linebacker Demario Davis when we play Atlanta in the opening week. But yeah, man, we got some youngsters, man, and like I said, we lost our 5th round pick, man, this year, which a lot of procrastinators thought he should have been picked higher, and Daquan Jackson from Appalachian State. The Saints were really counting on this. I think they had big plans for him, but unfortunately he got hurt and he had to put him on the IR, man. So you know, but hey, bro, Roquan he's a hell of a talent, man. You know, it's just about what's it gonna take to get him here or there. You know, either way. When I say here, I mean Dallas or New Orleans. What's it gonna take to get him here? What's the compensation, man? Who you have to give up? You know what I'm saying? And let me ask y'all this, man. I hear the Dolphins are shopping their tight end, Mike Gesicki.
I don't think.
What's the question?
Do you Schultz? Are we good with Schultz, or do you go Gesicki?
Schultz. We good with him for 1 year, but I'm high on Ferguson, man. That rookie, bro. Did you watch the preseason game?
Yeah, against the Chargers.
There's the Chargers.
Yeah, I was in and out.
Did you? Well, number 48. Go back and watch number 48.
Okay.
That dude kind of put me in mind of Travis Kelce. I'm
Yeah,
drinking the blue
Ferguson's from?
Kool-Aid. I'm drinking the blue Kool-Aid. You know, I'm a homer, no doubt. But man, I seen flashes of Travis, bro.
So what school did he come from?
Stanford? No, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. So he's a Badger.
Yeah. Wisconsin.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at that, man. Yeah. I'm gonna check him out.
They didn't use him a lot in the passing game in Wisconsin because he was a blocker, bro. So you know he got the blocking down.
Yeah, you know they mostly run the ball anyway.
Wisconsin's gonna run the ball.
Yeah.
So man, the dude got some skills, man, in the passing game. So yeah, I like what I saw.
Hey man, before I get out of here, man, let me ask y'all this, man. College football starting Saturday. A lot of people don't know that. It actually starts this Saturday, man. Man, what's up for Saturday, man? What we gonna do with this Saturday thing we was talking about, man? What's up with that, man?
Hey,
I can tell you this. I know college football starts this week, but I don't know what. I know my team's not playing. So yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Texas out this week, man.
What you trying to do, man?
I don't know, man. Let's get on. I mean, you got FBS against FCS team. You know how the first week go. this be their scrimmage and their preseason game right here. You know,
No doubt.
give you a couple million to beat your head in and everything. But I think there's about 2 competitive games, man. Oh man, who was it, man? One is I think it's Mississippi State, and it may be a Pac-12 team or a Big 12 team. I'm not sure, man. But there are 1 or 2 decent matchups this week, man. You know, but man, I'm just excited college football back, man. You know,
no doubt.
no doubt.
Before I let you go, though, Dolph, I gotta
Yes, sir.
Gotta ask you a question. I got 2 questions for you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Give me your Saints record for the season, and give me your Cowboys record for the season. Let's go.
Well, Saints record, I'm gonna go 12-5.
Okay.
Best record. I think 12-5 because it's gonna be some growing pains. Because you got to get used to playing with each other. So I'm going 12-5, high end, low end, 11-6, and for the Cowboys, man, I'm looking at the same thing, man. 12-5, 11-6, man.
Okay.
I think, and the thing with the Cowboys is, man, right now, of course, the wide receiver, room, you know, is depleted a little bit right now, man. So that's where I think you're going to see more of Zeke and Tony Pollard on the field at the same time, and I think they're going to use Pollard a lot in that slot, like they've been working with him over the summer, man. So, you know, to compensate with the loss of the of some of the receivers until they get back full strength. That's my thought. So yeah, man, I'm figuring low end for both teams, man, 11-6, man. The high end,
So
12-5.
I'm sorry about that. You thinking they're
Go
going to
ahead.
meet in the playoffs at some point? Is that your prediction?
Yeah, I think both teams can make the playoffs in the NFC right now. And right now, man, I mean, you look at the NFC, you got the defending Super Bowl champions, you got Tampa Bay, 49ers, and you got who I'm forgetting. Who else good in the NFC? Look, I'm talking about who else good. You got the Cowboys, you got the Saints, you got the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? And the Eagles, you know what I'm saying? That about the 7 right there. You know, but then we got to realize every year a team that didn't make the playoffs always turns up and makes the playoffs, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's what I'm looking at, man. I think it's gonna be a interesting week, an interesting year, man. I'm just hoping for help for both teams, you know, and I'm hoping to meet in that NFC championship game and come back on here so we can really have some fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when the Cowboys hosting, we got the Saints coming to Dallas for the NFC championship game.
Yeah, coming and marching straight through Dallas all the way to the bowl, baby. Bro. You know what I'm saying? So look, y'all heard us, the Hit Zone and the Keeping It Real Who That Sportscast. Y'all heard we calling it NFC Championship. The Saints and the Cowboys. We go do a watch party live from the parking lot. I'm in the NFL for the NFC Championship game. If it's at the Superdome or if it's here at Jerry World. So I'm telling y'all, we having ribs and crawfish.
Everybody, we'll see you there.
We got
barbecue and crawfish, baby. Barbecue and crawfish
and seafood, baby. Fish up, man. Look at here, man. Got the
best
of both worlds, baby. Got the best of both worlds, man.
Hey, we just brothers, man. Texas, Louisiana, we just brothers.
That's it, man. And on the real, man, look at here, bro. Y'all doing an excellent job, bro. Keep grinding. You know what I'm saying, man? If I ain't say it, I'm gonna say it again, man. I'm proud of y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, I lean on y'all lean on me, bro, and we go continue on to lift each other up, bro. And if there's any time you need myself or coach to come back on the show, man, we'll be happy to, man. Y'all already know, man. Y'all part of the family over there, man. Y'all always welcome, man. You know,
yes, sir.
who that nation like when they like when Jay hit and see Rob come through, man. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But man, look at here, man. Y'all have a good show. And to everybody out there checking out the Hit Zone, man, go ahead on and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. You know what I'm saying? These brothers, they putting in that work, man. And it's only gonna get better. So with that being said, this is your boy, Dose 17.
Hold on, Dog. You gotta hit us with it, man. You gotta hit us with your phrase, baby. You gotta hit the phrase.
One time before I go for my Who That Nation. Who That Nation? How you doing? Come on in. Take a seat. Sit back. Relax. Put your feet up. Grab a drink. And let's talk Saints football. Y'all know what time it is. Time to keep it real. Let's go.
There you go. We out, man. I appreciate it, dog. Appreciate
All right, man.
it, man.
Anytime, bro. Much love, fellas.
Much love,
Have a
man.
good show, man.
You too. Much love, baby. That was fun, man. That was fun. That was cool.
Yeah, man. That's our first ever to be live on the Hit Zone, man. And yeah, man.
Saints fans.
Yeah. That was cool, man. Yeah, we got into a little bit of things, you know, just to reset everyone. This is the Hit Zone. I'm C Rob.
I'm Jay.
Yes, sir. We've talked a little bit about, you know, what's been going on this week in Dallas. Briefly going over a little bit of NFL talk, but now let's just kind of go over what's happened over the last week since the previous show, man. So, you know, breaking earlier this week, you got your boy KD saying he's going, you know, there's this post saying he's reached an agreement like they came to some more dollars or something, but no, he's going to stay in Brooklyn. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
I knew KD was going to stay in Brooklyn anyway. You know, it was one of them things that I feel like he was in his feelings a little bit when Kyrie Irving wanted out. But, yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the outcome. If I was the rest of the league, though, I would kind of be a little pissed off with KD because he's kind of holding up free agency. You see what I'm saying? Like, the other guys, everybody, all the teams are waiting to see what KD is going to do before they do anything because they want to make sure they got all their chips ready just in case he do leave the team. So, yeah, I would kind of be a little upset if I was some of these other free agents that's trying to get paid.
Yeah, I saw a post where Pat Beverly I think it was Pat Beverly saying, "Oh, okay, now finally we can go move on, you know, and get the actual offseason started." And then you know, of course KD responded, and then you know Pat Bev ain't no punk, he responded. So you know, I agree with you. At no point did I think he was leaving. I mean, he just signed a 4-year extension. Like, we can't trade you after we just signed you to a 4-year extension. Like,
exactly.
If that happens, contracts don't mean anything anymore. They're just 1-year deals.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was no way they were gonna, you know, concede and let him win this negotiation. But I'll say this: I don't know how the heck it's gonna work. I don't know how the heck it's gonna work with him and Steve Nash this season after he asked for the owner to fire Steve Nash. Like, how we gonna work together at that point?
That's gonna be kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't get that. But hey, good luck. And I'm glad he's not he wasn't traded to the West for sure. Also over the weekend, Cowboys had a preseason victory, man. It was great. It was a fun game to watch. And man, this dude stood out, bro. Super impressed, bro. What's your thoughts on Turpentine?
I was impressed. I was impressed with a lot of things that happened in that game. But yeah, since we're talking about Turpin, man, this dude, man, he's electrifying, man. I was thinking like most teams that have dominant punt returners, and there's only been a few dominant. My opinion of dominant, you know, players like Devontae Hall, Josh Cribbs, Devin Hester. Most of those teams didn't really have great offenses, if you think about it. So if this guy comes to the Cowboys, we got an offense that can move the ball, man. So say you punt off to us on the 20 and he returned it another 20 yards, man, we starting on the 40.
Yep.
And I might be wrong, but I believe that the Cowboys had some of the worst starting field position in the league last year. So, yeah, that's going to be a very interesting upgrade, man, having this guy back there. Punters are going to pitch their leg punting to him. I can see a couple of punts getting shanked. They trying to kick away from him, but yeah, man, he was awesome. When the last time you seen a guy? Let me ask you this: when the last time you seen a guy in the preseason that's an undrafted free agent? By the third quarter, they pretty much told the dude to take your pads off and sit over there with the veterans.
I've never seen that. I guess I shouldn't say never. I don't remember, and maybe Dak Prescott was the last person that happened to. Whereas, like, you saw what you saw, you like, wow, like, yeah, I didn't think he had to go and do the second return.
Yeah.
But once he did that, I was like, oh, okay, shit, well, this, he on the team. We gotta just make room for him. Like, that dude's a weapon, man. Like, that's real, as a Cowboy fan, that's real exciting. Real exciting, man. So what else we had going on, man, was they got the deal. Sean Watson suspended only 11 games, $5 million fine in his first game back with the Houston Texans, his former team. What are the odds?
No doubt, man. Hey, I saw that, and 11 games, okay. What is a $5 million fine? Cool.
Yep.
The problem I have is with the Cleveland Cavaliers, bro. They gave this dude $230 million. I mean, not the Browns, Cavaliers. I mean the Browns. They gave this guy $230 million guaranteed, and then you got guys like Lamar Jackson saying, "Hey, no, I'm not playing for less." Do you blame him? I mean, Lamar Jackson is a former league MVP. He's not going to play for less. So I'm just glad that the Cowboys got that we got Dak signed for decent money. Now, I remember we was thinking that what did he get signed for, $40 million or whatever?
Nope. $40 million.
We thought that was like crazy, but no, It's going to get real crazy around here for quarterbacks, bro.
Yeah, what they're going to do is what the Cowboys are going to do is they're going to regret they didn't sign him to a longer deal. Because his deal is really short, like it's year after next or something, is gonna be up. So, he might get $55 million a year. It'll be guaranteed. Like they messed up, bro.
They messed up
for real.
I have a feeling that can they sue the Browns? Can somebody sue them?
No.
They can't get sued for that. Oh, okay. Because man, that is ridiculous, dog. 230 guaranteed. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was wild, man. I know it's some owners that really ticked off about
they won't. I bet you some owners want to sue the Browns.
Right.
Hey, my man Cool said Cowboys special teams will be special with a turpentine, a dimension the boys haven't had in a long time. That is true. When the last time we had a dominant punt returner, kick returner?
Oh man, here's the thing: how we're imagining him, like in our minds, well, based on what we saw the other night, like this dude gonna be like Dion returning kicks, like we got a web, like he might be Devin Hester, like that's what I was thinking when I saw him. I can't even front.
And it's the key. Like we've had good punt returners, but they wasn't specialists. We have receivers returning punts. We have the running backs returning punts, and eventually we'd be like, man, we can't keep having these guys back there get injured.
Yeah.
for a punt return, for a good punt
Like
return. So
this,
now
like,
we got a guy,
this.
like Dez, CeeDee Lamb, but now we got a specialist. This is all this guy is going to be on the field for us to return punts. You know, he might do a little in the rounds here and there, or he might get a few plays on offense, but his main job is going to be to return punts and kicks, and I love it.
Yeah. I can already imagine him in a wildcat formation where they think he's about to run and he throws it to the other side of the field. It's gonna be great. And we'll pull this video up. But hey, man, another big story. You see the hat, you know what it is. Longhorns. Longhorns have head coach says that Quinn Ewers is the starting quarterback. You know, Quinn was a transfer from Ohio State. He left high school early. He left high school a year early so that he could, you know, try to be a college football player and get that NIL money. The first year was available. So we ain't mad at him about that. He was a Longhorn commit. Then he decommitted, and that's probably what helped lead to the previous coach getting fired. But now that he's here, man, you know, he's the number one recruit. And, man, I'm really excited to have him. I can't wait to see what the kid can do, man.
Yeah, we kind of expected that he was going to be the starter. Like you said, if Malik was named the starter, something went wrong. And we seen what Hudson Card had. So unless he had a major improvement in the house season, we was going to be doomed with him. So we kind of figured that Quinn was going to be named the starter. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I still have a feeling that Malik might see the field some point in time this year, just because, man, like with Quinn, man, he's going up against Alabama for one thing. That's going to be a test, and I hope he can just stay healthy out of that game, because he has true freshman offensive linemen up front. So, you know, that's what I hope, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We know we've seen, like you said, what Card can do, and at this point, like I said, I think he's gonna hold up, man. He's a big, strong boy. I think he's gonna hold up. He's gonna hold up against Bama. I'm not calling a win or anything, but I think he's gonna hold up and he's gonna hold his own. But he's young, so I think he'll make some mistakes. You know, and those mistakes might ultimately cost him. But that's just one man's opinion, bro. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert, but I know somebody who is. That's our homeboy, Texas Insider, DK, man. Thanks for joining us tonight, bro.
What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, DK?
Oh, man, too much of nothing, man. Just sitting here waiting on the season to start, man. Can you smell the grass? I can smell it, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I know you got your ear to Austin, man. What you heard out there? What's going on, bro?
Hey, man, from what I'm understanding is the decision to go with yours was basically just one that was a business decision for the group as a whole. I think there was a plan in place with Arch Manning committed to basically stick to the plan of yours, you know, taking the half for 2 years, getting out of here and letting Arch come in here, man. I think them letting Card take over the reins and putting Quinn on the bench, put that plan on hold for about a year, and that might have hindered the commitment of Arch Manning there. So there you have it.
You know what,
man?
I apologize. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Sir.
So, you know, there's a lot of swirling around about what went into this decision. You know, there's folks that say, oh, you know, the boosters made them do it. You know, Red McCombs made them, you know, say who the starter is. You know, what's your thoughts on that? And then, you know, hey, there were reports saying the Card was actually the one that was playing better. You know, how did they trick us? Or did those boosters have something to do with it?
To be honest with you, I think it was a combination of both. I like you said, from my understanding, Card was playing just as good, or if not better, than yours has been throughout the whole fall camp here. And I think when it all boils down to is if you have two guys that are even, and one is an upperclassman, one is a lowerclassman, especially an underclassman, should I say, coming in with the reputation that Quinn Ewers has, you have to go with that younger guy and his potential. Ultimately, I think that's what tipped the scale for him. So how can I put this? If you're paying all this money for a guy in NIL money, and he's coming in and sitting on the bench, how does that look for you and your money? You know, if we're spending money on any type of item, we want to see that item put to use, right? So I think if you look at it from both perspectives, I think it has a little bit to do with both, to be honest with you.
Hey, we got a question from my boy Cool, man. Question for Horns now. Is Malik Murphy hitting the transfer portal?
And I sure hope not. But I think Malik is a confident guy. I think he knows that if he sticks around, he'll be the number 2 guy at least next year going in, competing with Arch Manning for that number 2 spot. And I think from a confidence standpoint, I think there's nobody with a bigger swag and bigger confidence on the team than a guy like Malik, man. And he's a Pied Piper just as well as Quinn Ewers. He's got just as much arm strength. He can make all the throws. He can do just about anything there, man. So I just think he just needs to hang in there and wait his turn, because as we all know, the backup quarterback is one play away from being in the game, man. So I think he sticks around for at least one more year before he makes a decision to move.
Yeah, I think my question is, how long is Hudson Card going to stay around? Do you think he'll actually be there the entire season?
I think Hudson Card is gone as soon as the season is over. The big plan for Hudson was to graduate. He's in McCombs Business School. And so what bigger thing to do when you leave the University of Texas, should I say, than to have that business degree under your belt, and then you can go and do whatever you need to do. So look for him to take that same route that Shane Buechele took, by going over maybe to a lower tier team like an SMU or somewhat, and shining and hopefully going to the league and doing big things later.
Hey, last week we got news, and I think we actually talked about it last week with some of the injuries that are plaguing the Longhorns at this time. One is our receiver, Nayor. I believe he was going to be our second receiver. With him out, who you seen or feel like will replace him as the number 2 receiver going into the season?
My guy all along as the number 2 guy was Jay Witt. Jordan Whittington, I think, is he's been injury plagued since he's been in a Longhorn uniform. But I think if this guy just can put one complete season together of staying healthy, I think we're going to have big things in store, man. To me, in my opinion, he's our number 1 receiver. And I know that's saying big things because you got a guy like Xavier Worthy in the background, right? But from a leadership standpoint, he is the leader of that locker room. He's the leader in that receiver room, should I say, over guys like Worthy and so forth. They look up to him because he is the older guy. He's a 5th-year senior at this point. He's been in the program for quite a bit, and he's earned the respect of his teammates. So give me Jordan Witt, man.
So you telling me keep Daquan right now on the hit zone? First of all, let me recap, because there's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that just came in. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Hey, we're this is the Hit Zone. I'm Jay Hits, and this is my to my right is C Rob, and we got our Longhorn insider Daquan discussing Longhorn football. And the question I just gave him was, since our number 2 receiver is out, who you think is going to step in and be the number 2? And he gave us Jay Witt.
Jay Witt.
The guy that hasn't stayed healthy a whole year. What in Jay Witt's game and in his availability makes you think that he's going to be our number 2?
I just think with the ball in his hands, he's special, man. He's a Debo waiting to happen. He's a Debo number 2, to be honest with you, Debo Samuel, man. I just think if he can stay healthy, we don't have anybody else on the team like him, man, as far as with the ball in his hands.
Okay, who else? Give me another name.
You want me to give you another name?
Give me another name, number 2.
If this guy can actually get on the field and stay healthy as well, give me Troy Murray, man. He's kind of the forgotten guy. He's been hurt for the last couple of years, but he's got a world of talent, man.
Now you talk.
If he can just put together a good healthy season, I think he can basically materialize into that number 2 guy and possibly number 3 guy on the roster.
The thing about him is he hasn't got hurt yet. You know, he used to get hurt right before the first game or a couple of weeks before the first season start. So the good thing about him that he's healthy right at this point. So
and I think they're taking that precautious route with him. But if they can get him into the season, I think he'll sneak up on some people.
No doubt.
Yeah, I think it's funny, man. You know, me and Jay Hits have argued about Jay Witt like a lot during this whole season because me and DK we share the same opinion. Like, yeah. I'm a big fan of that dude.
Yes,
and I think he's got it. And I said that to you, Jay Hits. I think right before the first time he got hurt. Then the first time he was gonna come back, I said it, and you were like, "Dude, he's just gonna get hurt again." You predicted like he would be re-injured before his second injury. You did, and it was, but man, I think he's got something, man. And like DK said, man, he's like a baby Debo. Like
there you go.
If he can stay healthy, I feel like I'm one of them, you know, crazy Cowboy fans. But if this and if that. If he can stay healthy, if that O-line can hold up, DK, what's the limit?
Sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? With that guy's potential. I mean, just get the ball in his hands. He's a playmaker, man. What do you do with playmakers? You put the ball in their hands and watch him work, man. Put the ball in his hand and watch him work. I love the guy's attitude. I love his attitude on and off the field, man. He's just a stand-up guy. And you can't do nothing but root for a guy like him, man. I wish him much success this season.
The ceiling is the roof.
That's the right answer, DK. The ceiling is the roof.
The roof, man. To the roof. Hey, I want to switch gears real quick with you guys, man. You remember this gem I dropped on you the last time we spoke? Byron Murphy?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like that young man starting at this particular point.
I love Byron Murphy. I think we all like big up Byron Murphy.
Junkyard dog.
Yeah. I love Byron, man. I always have a special place in my heart for undersized defensive linemen.
I bet. Sounds familiar, but yeah.
Just if you don't know, Jay Hits is an undersized defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Used to be.
Still got it, bro.
That young man, he's doing big things. He's moving his way up into the first team, man. So I just had to put a plug out there for him. But congrats to OB Murphy, man. I'm looking forward to seeing him do big things.
Let me ask you this, man. How much confidence do you have in the offensive line going into this season?
No. Hey, to be honest with you, man, I mean we're gonna take our lumps. Unfortunately, I mean when you're starting two youngsters in the starting lineup, man, and we're talking big time college football, you're gonna have to expect some lumps. We're gonna have some highs and some lows, man. At this particular point, we just want to make sure that we have more highs than lows. But I think it's going to be a long ride this season, bro, when it comes to the offensive line, because they got a lot to learn and a lot to prove.
No doubt.
Man, that's the old. What? How about that defensive line though? Like, what can we expect from this defense going into the second year?
Everything that I'm hearing behind the scenes is that the defensive line is much improved from last year, man. And like I said, when you got guys like Byron Murphy in a lineup that's hungry, really ready to get out there and show what he can do, improve what he can do, along with the likes of who else we got there? We got Collins, who's currently hurt at the time, but he's a big-time player. You got Cobarn, who seems like he's been there forever. You know, I like him coming off the bench. I think a guy like him coming off the bench kind of gives us more depth. And just got to work on these guys coming off the edge. That's the biggest thing, man, getting pressure with you guys like Ovi. I believe they're going to use Overshawn, too, as well, coming off the edge some this year to kind of switch things up. And I think that's a wrinkle that your boy Gary Patterson brought over, man. And so I think from a defensive line standpoint, I think we should see ourselves getting after the quarterback a little bit more and actually stopping that run. So I'm expecting big things from that defensive line.
I got something I want to get both of y'all takes on. I saw this the other day, and I just wanted to bring it to the show. And it was the top graded returning running backs. Who's missing on this list?
Robinson, brother.
This might be the most disrespectful list of the offseason.
No doubt, without a doubt.
And then what are these points? Like they don't. There's no reference to what even the points represent. It's just. So now you're telling me. So now they're saying like Zach isn't not Zach. Bijan isn't a 88 rated player. Like, come on, man, stop.
Yeah. Somebody's smoking something real serious over there, man, to put something up like that, man. But yeah, I don't agree with that list at all. If you don't start a list off with Bijan Robinson being once the top running back, should I say, going into college football this season, then something's wrong.
No doubt. Hey, yo, DK, man, we want to talk a little NFL football with you, especially Cowboys football. I know you the Longhorn insider, man, but I'm pretty sure you're pretty diverse in Dallas Cowboy football as well.
Of course.
What's your thoughts on the preseason, man? What in the last game against the San Diego Chargers? What did you think?
I think some of the younger guys kind of prove that they want to play in this league and can play in this league. The Turpin kid, man. I mean, who can't help but get excited about a guy like that, man? I mean, he's coming in basically as an unknown, on this level, should I say? And actually, he had a punt return and also a kickoff return in the same game. I mean, that's kind of unheard of these days, man. So this guy just brings a lot of excitement to the field, and I just can't wait to see him in action full time, man. I'm just happy to see the kid, being on the right path. I know he had some bumps along the way back at TCU that kind of halted his NFL career, but I'm just happy to see that he's here and he's taking advantage of his opportunity, man.
Yeah, man. The one thing I noticed about the Cowboys and the team was our rookie class. They're physical, bro.
Yeah.
I think someone looked at the 49ers game. I don't know if it was Jerry Jones. I don't know if it was Mike McCarthy, Stephen Jones. But somebody looked at that tape and said, man, we got to get more physical. Because the 49ers pushed us around a little bit in that game. And I think not only this year's class, but last year's class is a physical class. And I have a feeling that the Cowboys are going to go back to when they was a physical running team. That's when we was at our best, when we didn't ask too much from Dak, to do too much, especially with him being down a few receivers. What did you think about our physicality going into that game? Did it jump off at you? Did you notice that, or what's your thoughts on that?
I noticed it, to be honest with you. I noticed it. I know it's been pointed out before, I'm saying, in our previous conversations that, the Cowboys just look a little bit more tougher, man. But I'm still taking a wait and see approach, to be honest with you, Jay Hits, man. I want to see a little bit more of it before I kind of give you an honest opinion on that. But from a young pup standpoint, those young guys coming in, they are showing some physicality that you want and that we need on this team. I mean, that's a great infusion that we need, man, because we definitely lacked it last season.
Man, I've noticed it the Denver game as well. Like, I know, like I agree with you. It was the young guys. It wasn't starters out there, but those young guys were acting like bullies out there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they were in Denver's backfield. Now, say for a couple of plays against our DBs and some penalties, the D line played very well in both of these first two preseason games. And hey, if our backups can dominate the other team's backups like that, I'm excited to see what the starters can do.
Yeah, that makes two of us, man. I'm just waiting to take a wait and see approach, to be honest with you. Just sitting back and letting them prove themselves, because that's no greater way than this is the stage. Take advantage of it, and I just can't wait to see it happen.
I'm like you, C-Rob, man. I can't wait to see what the starters do, because what I noticed going into these two preseason games is that the second string and the third string are pretty tied. They neck to neck. You can't tell who's the third string, who's the second string. So if that much competition between the second and third string, man, I can't wait to see what the starters got. Real talk.
We'll find out this weekend, right?
Who they got? Who they got in the preseason? Not one more preseason. Seattle.
Yes, one
they
last
got
preseason.
Seattle, but
dress rehearsal.
We don't know if the starters are going to play.
I would hope this would be at least one or two series for the starters, man. Would it be the last preseason game? So,
yeah,
I got some.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah. What they're saying is, all these scrimmages that we've done, that's been a better prep for the starters. That's been a better prep for the ones because it's a controlled environment. And hey, man, as long as nobody gets hurt, I'm gonna let them have that. I'm gonna let them have that, and hey, we'll see those starters on September 11th.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Just a quick cap, man. We sit here talking to our Longhorn insider, D Kane, me, your host Jay Hits and C Rob. I just have a couple questions for you, man. I want to run it by both of y'all. Actually, the NFL every year do a top 100 players, and they doing it again this year. We have a few players from the Cowboys so far. I think they got up to like number 20 or something like that. We have a few players now that's made the list. I want to get y'all opinion. Do you think that these players at their current ranking, is it fair? Should they be higher? Should they be lower? What's your opinion on these players so far?
You know what? I'm gonna jump in here and I'm gonna say what really stands out to me is Tyron at 92. And I'm gonna say this, like every time we talk about the Cowboys, my hope is that our offensive line holds up. And oh my goodness, man, if Tyron Smith can play 16 games, and I say 16, I know there's 17, but if he plays 16 games, I think he can rest week 17 because we'll be a 1 seed. That's how important I think he is to this offensive line and how important his offensive line is to this team's success. If he can play the full season, he's going to move up this list. He'll move into the 40s as an offensive line.
I'm going to hurt some feelings with this one, but Trayvon Diggs, I believe, was rated a little too high for me, man. I know he made some plays last year, 11 picks, which is big. Johnny on the spot, take advantage of his opportunities. But from an overall cover standpoint and just in with his man, I think he's got a way to go as far as his fundamentals are concerned, man. So I don't look to see him repeat the season that he had last year. I'm hoping I'm wrong, knock on wood. But I just think he's a bit overrated at the 23rd spot there.
What stood out to me was hold on, let me go back to it. Dak Prescott, number 44. Dak Prescott is at the point of his career now that there's nothing he can do but win a championship to persuade the people that don't like him. That's just what it is at this point. 44, that is real high for Dak Prescott. I'm sorry, man. Dak should be at least the 30s or the 20s in this league. But okay, I get it. But like I say, I feel like he needs to, I ain't gonna even say a Super Bowl, but he needs to take his team on a good playoff run, man. Get to the NFC Championship game. Super Bowl would be great. But yeah, it's time for him to take his team to the next step if he wants to move up in that ranking.
I agree. 44.
Man, that's high. That's 50.
Hey, you gonna hit him with the 4-4, man. Yeah.
What you got, C Rob? I think you got audio problems, brother. Audio problems, brother.
Can you hear me now?
Okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, looking at this list. Yeah, I think we all see there's only one person that's missing. Like I can only think of one other person that on this Cowboys that could be ahead of Trayvon Diggs, and
Parsons.
I'm interested in seeing where Parsons ends up.
Yeah, he's top 5.
Like if Parsons a top 10, he's top 5
for sure. Yeah, for sure top 10. But I'm gonna say they probably sneak him in the top 5, bro.
I'm gonna go with 11.
11.
I think they're gonna have Mike at the 11th spot, man. We'll see though.
Okay.
But I would definitely like to see him in that top 5. But I think he'll crack the right at 11 or 12 there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about. Is that the only Cowboy you think left? That's going to be on the list.
Man.
Gotta be, right?
I mean, man, if they put Zeke in the top 20,
Nah, Zeke ain't gonna get it. Zeke ain't gonna be it.
No.
Say, man, hey, like my boy just said, DK, Trayvon Diggs, they put him at number 23. I think they were looking at the interception numbers, and hey, they're great. They're unbelievable. But, Pro Football Focus and all grading systems they didn't have
bro, hey, if you get 11 picks, you need to be 20-something. You need to be 20-something with 11 picks.
Yeah.
Because that's something that you don't see every day.
Yeah.
That record has been around since it's
40 years.
Everson Walls.
40 years, man.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a Trayvon Diggs fan, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. But I was surprised. I was surprised that they had him ranked so high.
Yeah. Count me in as in the shock club too as well, man. I think this is a tad bit overrated in that regard. But yeah, he had a great season, and I guess that's the reward for having a good season like he had last year.
Now I want to ask this, DK, what's your NFL affiliation? I don't think we've officially said that on the show. Who you with?
I'm with the Cowboys all the way, man. I mean, I'm about as diehard a Cowboy fan as I am a Longhorn fan, to be honest with you, man. So if we talking football, we talking either the Cowboys or the Longhorns, but that's about it. There is no other team, right? Is there another team out there in the NFL besides the Cowboys?
I think there's a couple more.
Oh, okay.
They're not important though. So I brought that up to bring up this. There's been a lot of talk about Dak and where he is with the Cowboys. And you see there the Cowboys have 24 division titles. That's like twice as many as anybody else in the division. And then I want to bring up this is Dak Prescott's record against the NFC East. See, it's 24-5 overall, 9-2 versus the Giants, 8-1 against the football team, and 7-2 against Philly. Does that tell you anything about Dak? Does that tell you anything about the Cowboys? Does that tell you anything about the division?
What that tells me that it says a lot, to be honest with you. It says that the division, of course, is a little suspect. Let's just face it. I mean, Dak has played some good football, man, over the years, but in big moments, Dak has kind of let us down. And just being real, I think the NFC East is very overrated, man. And anybody winning out the NFC East may be a first and second round and out type of team, man, and to proven otherwise. And I'm just being, I'm stepping out of my homer page, man, and just being a realist here, man. It's not saying much if you come out of the East as a winner there.
Go back to the list real quick, C-Rod.
Right here.
Yeah. What stands out is the Giants 9-2. I think those 2 losses was his rookie year. He was beating everybody. He couldn't beat the Giants.
Yeah, man.
So yeah.
Thank you, Christ. Yeah, I remember that first game.
Yeah.
Terrence Williams couldn't see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I remember that. I mean, hey, this part, those 24, that's a legacy right there. That's we all know what that is. That's America's team, 70s, 80s, 90s, and that was the time the NFC East was, whoever won the East was gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
At one point, yes.
At one point. What this tells me is Dak hasn't taken advantage, and I'm not going to put that all on Dak. The Cowboys are not taking advantage of a bad division.
But
if he's dominating, he's dominating like that, you got to put everything you can around him so that you can be like the Patriots. Patriots was dominating a bad division for a long time, and just sliding their way into championships. So that points to me. That points at Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, and whoever they have as head coach.
I agree. I totally agree. But unfortunately, when you're the quarterback of America's team, you get the brunt of the success, and you're going to also get the brunt of the disappointment, man. And to be honest with you, I mean, we've seen a bunch of disappointing moments, not only out of Dak, but also out of the Cowboys as a whole, man. So although we've had those 24 division wins, here lately hasn't amounted to a hill of beans to me, man. And I'm just ready to see us to get back into that winning way of football that I know we can possibly do. And that if that means getting rid of Jerry Jones, then that's what we got to do, man. But
that would never happen.
I know. It's a pipe dream, but just being real, man. Yeah, I'm just ready for us to get back to what it used to be, man, around here. Because we as Cowboy fans, man, we've been hungry, man, and we've been wanting to see the boys do good, man, and we get a glimpse of it, but we haven't got the whole cigar, man. So yes, it's just time for Dallas to do some different things around here, man. It's time. It's overdue, to be honest with you.
No doubt. What else you got, C-Rob, for us?
What else I got for you? Well, my buddy here sent this to me. And you might not be able to see it, but we'll tell you it's a comp between what was that? Darren Woodson
Lynch
and John Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
And why is John Lynch in the Hall of Fame?
Not Woody.
And Darren Woodson is not.
Baffles me.
Now this really hit close to home. What? Tell us how you feeling about this.
I think this is a downright travesty, bro.
It is, man.
If you look at those numbers, man, why in the hell is Darren Woodson not in the Hall of Fame? It's weird to me. You know, they say that Rick Gosselin is the guy that goes on in front of the NFL Hall of Fame committee, and he convinces them why certain Cowboys should be in the Hall of Fame. And some have said that Rick Gosselin doesn't do a good job with convincing the committee on the Cowboys players. And I just want to throw something by y'all. Who do y'all think will be a great person to convince the NFL committee that some of these Cowboys deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Michael Irvin.
It's got to be the playmaker, bro. If they had the playmaker, bro, if they had the playmaker going up and saying what needs to be said to get these players in the Hall of Fame, I can't even imagine how that would go, bro. What you think?
Hey, I'm sweating now thinking about it, man.
I can.
How would that go, his?
Michael be like, yo, Darren Woodson, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. You got 2. Darren Woodson, number 28. You got 2 plus 8. That equals 10. If you divide that by 2, you got 5. And we got 5.
Yes, sir.
So put him in the Hall of Fame right now.
I'll break to that.
That sound like Mike, bro.
Hey, we didn't ask you, DK, what you drinking, baby? The
drink,
official? Is that the official?
That's the official drink of the Hit Zone, baby.
There you go. There you go.
Double whammy in the day, man. The official drink of the Hit Zone.
It got to be delicious.
Yes.
But I just want to share with folks when we were looking at those stats. You know, Darren is a 3-time Super Bowl champion, 4-time first team All-Pro. Lynch, 1-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time first team All-Pro. Darren Woodson, 1,350 tackles. Lynch, 1,058. Darren Woodson, 23 interceptions. Lynch, 26. Sacks, Lynch, 13. Woodson, 11. Forced fumbles, Woodson, 17. Lynch, 16. They're the same player.
Yeah.
One actually saw more success, and the more successful was not in the Hall of Fame.
Correct.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. There is a huge difference between the two guys, and for the sake of your show, I won't say that right now.
Hey, man, one played in Florida, one played in Texas.
One also has blonde hair and eyes, but we're gonna keep it moving, man.
Hey, state your opinion. Are you saying he's overweighted?
Hey, he's a good old boy. I would just say that, okay? Yeah,
Okay.
we'll say that.
I'll say this, Lynch,
Michael Irvin.
Hey, Lynch was a really good player. Like he was good, but I think he did get more hype for some reason because he talked
No
more.
doubt.
And maybe he was a few years after Woodson, just a few years. I think there was a difference in a few years of overlap, but he was around where there was more mic'd up. There were more mic'd up, and you got to hear him more. And then he was in the media and still in football.
Yeah.
And
y'all remember one of the I think it's only been a handful at the most, not even a handful. You probably can count on one hand how many Caucasian persuasion cornerbacks has been in the league. You remember Jason Sehorn? They used to hype Jason Sehorn. You would think Jason Sehorn was Deion Sanders. I didn't understand why they would hype these dudes up so much, man. So yeah, you might be hitting on the head right there, DK.
Yeah, I hate to go that route, but I mean, let's just be real. What else could it be? I mean, to be honest with you, and like you say, Lynch was a great player. I mean, he was a good player. He was a fan favorite there in Tampa for years. But Woodson, in comparison, as far as Woodson and him, give me Woodson all day, baby.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let me ask you this: Can you line up Lynch in the slot and cover Jerry Rice?
No.
Could you line up Woody in the slot and cover Jerry Rice?
No.
There it is, right there. There it is, Cliff.
I think they did.
He had the big hits, but Woody was consistent. Woody had a consistent career.
Yes. And to be honest with you, Jay, they lined up Woody in that nickel throughout his career, just about up until the end once he got a little old, man. But
yeah,
you got to remember, Woody was a 4-4 guy.
Yeah, I mean, I could he covered Jerry Rice, but just to say that's Jerry Rice. Ain't too many corners can cover Jerry Rice. I feel like that's the best receiver in the league.
No, I'm just saying the Cowboys had enough confidence in his.
To put him, I got what you're saying.
They
put him out there.
You wouldn't even think a second. You wouldn't even think a second time to put John Lynch on Jerry.
There you go, and that was my whole point. Nobody can stick Rice. Let's just be real. But for the Cowboys to have the confidence to put Woody on him, that said a lot about his coverage ability and his athletic ability as a whole. To be honest with you, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
No.
When he a linebacker in college in San Diego?
A linebacker in college.
Was it Arizona State?
Arizona. Okay, I said San Diego. He's from San Diego. Yeah, he went to Arizona.
Yeah. The speed, man. He was a 4-4 guy, and that's what a lot of people don't understand about him, man. He was a speed demon, and that kind of helped him when he was coming up in run support too, man, and delivered some of those big blows he delivered, man, because of the speed he had. He was a hell of an athlete.
Yeah, some would say there's still a Cowboy bias for the Hall of Fame. I guess we'll never know.
Never know.
But we can pull it back. We talked a little bit of NFL and Cowboys. Let's pull it back. One thing before we leave. We talked in NIL last week. We didn't have you on, and you're a college football insider. So this kind of goes beyond NIL. This is players getting a share of TV money.
That's huge.
He said like they've been saying the quiet things out loud. That's how they got to NIL. Are they gonna start getting shares of TV? Is that gonna happen?
I to be honest with you, man, I wouldn't be shocked about anything happening at this point in time. I think the door is wide open for any and every deal. Bijan just got his own mustard. Did you see that?
I saw that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. All these deals that are going out there, man. I just think it's absurd to a certain extent, but at the same time, it's well overdue, man, for these college players to kind of take advantage of their likeness, man. And hey, I'm just enjoying the process, man. Sitting back and watching these guys take advantage of the situation, man. I honestly, I wish I could suit up and do the same thing at this particular time, man, because that's some guys had done squat on the field that are millionaires already.
Mm-hmm. They're going to start giving high school players an idea.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think it's going up for the ruling for the Texas boards here soon, should I say, to vote on that, because they're tired of losing players to out-of-state teams because of that.
Yeah, I see there's more and more talk like about these two super conferences that basically, like Jay Hitt said, could be run like an NFL league. that they just keep the university affiliations, but they're basically professional, minor league professional football, and the players getting paid. How far away are we from that?
I have a deeper question for you though, C. Rob, D. Kane. Where do you draw the line from amateur sports to professional sports? It was for years we drew the line with amateurs don't get paid.
Period.
So where the line drawn there? Are we considering these college athletes professionals now? Are we considering these high school players, if they getting paid for their performance on the field, are they professionals now? Anything you do that you get paid for, you're a professional at it. So is that where we're going? Because I don't want to see that, man. I'm sorry. Not the high school level. That's just my, old school, get off my yard way of thinking. I don't want to see it. But
DK, they know how I feel about it. They know how I feel. What you think?
To be honest with you, man, I don't like the whole idea of youngsters making millions and millions of dollars before they actually prove themselves. But the way they're masking it, they're not paying for play; they're paying for likeness, which is the difference. So if you're saying you're paying for likeness, it's for my name. It's for my what I represent and my brand, should they, opposed to what I do on the field. Now, what I do on the field does play a part in it. But I think as far as that super conference reference you made and kind of being like an NFL team, I mean, just look at the transfer portal, for instance. It's being kind of ran like free agency, man. You got guys jumping in the portal to get better NIL deals. You got guys jumping in the portal because they didn't get the deal that they wanted to get at the school that they went to, and so they're going to another school for that. So I think we are headed in that direction, and there's not much that anybody can do about it at this particular time because it's working for everybody that it matters to. You know what I'm saying? So the lower tier schools, of course, it doesn't work for them, but the big schools, the top of the Power 5 schools, it works for them because the guys with the big money, they get the big time players, right? And it started showing the recruiting ranks as well. If you just look at some of the recruiting rankings over the last couple of years since the NIL has been in place, the big money schools are getting the players that they want due to the fact that they're willing to dish out that NIL money, man. So I think this is where we're at this particular time.
I agree with you, man. The cat's been let out the bag. The cat's been let out the bag. You can't put it back in. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. It's out. So to answer your question, I think it looks like we lost. DK, but I think the line is NIL, but and that's the line for amateurs. But yeah, the professional line, I think we're about to cross that on the higher levels of college football. I think the SEC and the Big Ten, like we've said before, are looking pretty good right now. And then there's going to probably be elites out of those two conferences. But yeah, you're going to have probably about 20 teams that, hey, they're the ones that are actually paying players. And actually, we're talking about this. I actually heard them talking about this on the ticket a couple of mornings ago. And it's a trip how what they're saying mirrors what we're thinking.
Yeah, no doubt. It's headed there, man. So before we get out of here, man, we had a couple of things that we just want to acknowledge.
Yes, sir.
This was the show is kind of winding down. First is it's Kobe.
Yes, sir. He's
what's your thoughts?
Kobe's a legend. Me growing up here, I'm a Mavs fan, bro. I'm a Mavs fan for life. But there's always as an NBA fan, you're always gonna have those players that you're like, that's my guy right there. And for me, as a Mavs fan, it was Dirk, but Allen Iverson, and then Kobe Bryant. So yeah, man, when Kobe was killed in the accident, man, I was teary-eyed. And my heart went out for him and his daughter. And but just want to acknowledge, hey, it's August 24. Those, that represents his numbers 8 and 24. So that's my guy right there. And then one of the few NBA jerseys that I actually own outside of the Mavs. It's Kobe Bryant.
No doubt. And I think it just came down actually since we've been on air that Vanessa Williams actually won her lawsuit against the was it the LA County Sheriff's Department, whatever
they
that
were
leaked
sharing
those
pictures.
pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it won. She won a lawsuit for 16 million. That's what they settled
that's what's
for.
up.
So,
That's what's up.
that was a good thing.
Yes, sir. God bless you, Vanessa Bryant, and the Bryant family, and also RIP to Gigi. Something we didn't get into last week was that was a tragedy in Lancaster and in the Pee Wee football community here in Dallas. And me and Hits both have had some connections to that, but this was personal for Hits, and I'll let him talk about Coach Mike.
Yeah, man, it was a tragedy, man. Mike was a football coach, a leader, big in his community. Like I say, coach Pee Wee football, and unfortunately, he lost his life on the field doing just that, coaching kids. But with that being said, man, we want to send our condolences to his family, to his team, because I'm sure there's kids that's it's hard to process what happened, because these are kids. But like I say, I send my condolences out to the family and to his team, man, and RIP, Coach Mike.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. RIP. Well, hey, hate to end the show heavy like that, but we couldn't go this week without acknowledging him, and definitely want to think about him and his family and what they're dealing with right now. One more thing before we close out Hits. We on YouTube. We got a YouTube podcast, and we're talking sports, and DFW has a lot of connections, man. A lot of people feel connected to our teams here. The Rangers, their name is Texas, so there's a lot of people around Texas that in Oklahoma and all the surrounding states that support them. The Mavs, that for the longest that was Oklahoma and Louisiana's team. So we want to say something to all the truckers out there and say, hey, we know you're listening. We appreciate you, and by all means, help us grow the show.
No doubt, man. I'm as being a fellow trucker, man. I know we go down those highways, man, trying to eat up those miles, and a lot of time, man, it's nothing like a good YouTube show or a good song to like get us down the road. So, man, yeah, if you can tap in with the Hit Zone, man, we try to get you some material that can get you down the highway, man. No doubt. My boy D Kane actually. He said HB4L. If those who don't know what HB stands for, that's Hot Boys. Mike was a part of a Pee Wee or a adult flag organization called the Hot Boys, which I played for, and several of my other friends played for. So yeah, that was our connection with that. And so yeah, like you say, man, hot boy for life, man. RIP. Once you're a hot boy, you always a hot boy. With that being said, man, the show is at the end, man. Our second live show went almost damn near 2 hours, man. We had a great show. Shout out to Dawg 17 coming on to the show, giving us insight on Saints football. Shout out to our Longhorn insider, D Kane, giving us his thoughts on the Longhorns upcoming season. We all know that he has his ear to the Austin, so that was great for him to come on and do that for us. Share, like, subscribe. We're trying to grow the show. Like I always say, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. And we're going to try to give you content that you can use, news you can use. No, we're just not up here blowing smoke. We're really trying to give you some valuable information. C-Rob, you got anything else in closing, bro?
Yes, sir. Just want to piggyback on that valuable information and on teams we care about. You know, I don't think you're listening to this podcast if you don't care about the same teams we care about, or at least most of them. So, hey, man, with that being said, I'm C-Rob.
And I'm Jay Hits, and we're the Hit Zone, man. I always just want to remind you to always be stronger than your strongest critic. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for watching today's episode. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell. We'll see you next time on the Hit Zone.